this video, I'm going to talk about inverse trigonometric functions. We've already talked about trigonometric ratios, sine, cosine, and tangent. For each one of those ratios, there's an inverse function that will basically tell us, given a rate, if we have the ratio, will take us to tell us the size of the angle that creates that ratio. Here's an example. Little Timmy is building a ramp so that his beloved grandmother can get her wheelchair up to the porch in front of her house. He has measured the distance from the sidewalk to the porch, and he has measured the height of the porch. Okay, so here's the diagram here. We've got the sidewalk over here. The sidewalk is 25 meters from the porch. The porch is 4 meters high. And here is what the ramp will look like once Timmy builds it. However, building code requires that the incline angle of any wheelchair ramp be no greater than 13 degrees. That's going to be this angle in here. So that's going to be our angle here, 13. Naturally, Timmy would like to know if his ramp will pass building code before he builds it. What can he do? So let's just think about this problem. Timmy knows that his triangle, his right triangle that's going to be made by the porch, the ground, and the ramp, is going to be 4 meters on this side, 25 meters on this side. He wants to know a triangle of that size, what will be the angle theta here? Now, we're going to look at the case. So we got this angle here, right? And 4 meters, that is our opposite side. I'm going to mark that here. 25 meters, that's my adjacent side. Okay, opposite over adjacent, that equals tangent. In this case, tangent of this angle theta here. So in this case, I know what the tangent of theta is. I know that tan theta equals 4 over 25, opposite over adjacent. What I want to know is what this angle is. To do that, to bust this theta out of the tan function, what I'm going to do is apply the tan inverse function, which we usually write tan little negative 1 over the side. And I'll tell you another way that we sometimes write it. And then I'm going to do tan negative 1 to this side as well. These sides, they cancel out because they're inverse functions, so I end up with theta on this side. And I end up with tan negative 1, 4 over 25. Okay, if I go to my calculator, right, if you look closely, you see above the sine, cosine, and tan functions, there are, just above them, sine negative 1, cosine negative 1, tan negative 1 are in blue on my calculator. So I'll turn my calculator on. I will do, to get to that function above, the inverse tan function, I'll press second first, so second tan. Now you see in the screen here, I've got tan negative 1, just like I wrote on my paper. Then I'll put in 4 divided by 25. Right, I'm putting the ratio in here, and it's going to give me the angle. Press enter, and I get 9.09 degrees. So, 9.09, and that's the angle measure. That gives me the measure in degrees, okay? And if I look at that, I can see, oh, well, 9.09, so this angle here is going to be 9.09. That is less than 13, so Timmy's okay. Timmy's going to have a safe wheelchair. Okay. Say a little bit about these functions. So, if I know, anytime I have an equation like this, say I have sine theta equals 2 over 3. I'm just making something up. I've got a function, one of my trigonometric functions, sine of theta, and then I have the ratio here, so I know what sine theta is. What I want to find is theta. So I will apply my inverse function to this number here, to the ratio. So I'll do sine negative 1, 2 over 3. If I do that on my calculator, do second sine, that's what brings up sine negative 1, or inverse sine. 2 divided by 3, close my parentheses, enter, and I get 41.8 degrees. So theta is 41.8 degrees. the same thing with cosine. If I know that cosine theta equals 5 over 7, just making stuff up here, then to find theta, I will say theta equals cosine 1, 5 over 7. Second, cosine 5 over 7. Enter, and I get 44.4 degrees. One last thing to see, I usually write inverse cosine function as cosine -1, sine function as sine -1, tangent, inverse tangent as tan -1, but sometimes you'll see that written as arc sine or arc tan, arc cosine. It's the same thing. That just is sine -1, tan -1, cosine. Alright, that's just an introduction. I'll do another video with some more problems, practice problems.